Hi, everyone, and welcome to Studio Jake. I, of course, am your host, Jacob Airy. Welcome to my vidcast where I talk about all things pop culture. Now, we have a brand new edition of comics, cartoons, and coffee. Sometimes it's cola, but most of the time it's coffee, where I talk about something related to comic books, cartoons, all while enjoying a delicious brew. And today I have a very special treat. So I am good friends with my fellow novelist, C.S. Johnson. She has written so many works. She has done a sci-fi series, The Divine Space Pirates. She has done comedies like The Girl of All My Memes. She has done fantasy like The Princess and the Peacock. So much incredible stuff. Definitely go check her out. But of course, now she has written her debut comic book, which is Dizchord. This is a really awesome comic book. I'm so excited that I finally got my hands on the physical copy. I'm actually quoted on the back here. Says, this is from me. I found the story interesting, the characters engaging, and very easy to follow. Johnson has a knack for making the main protagonist feel driven, and as a reader, I definitely loved reading Dizchord's story. So, what is the comic book about? This is an indie comic, and listen, you don't have to worry about woke politics or political correctness. It is just a good, solid story. Oh, and if you're like, oh, well, what if it's got all that weird stuff like saccharine in? You don't have to worry about that either. C.S. Johnson is very talented in her writing. She doesn't go to political correctness or wokeness, but she also doesn't go into saccharine and cheesiness. She has it down pat. So, what is this comic book about? Stephen Kibwa had a good life and good parents, even if they pushed him hard to do his best. As a gifted pianist, Stephen was 16 when he was invited to the Georgia Dome to play the national anthem. But after a show, a human trafficker only known as the Marksman murdered Stephen's dad during a failed kidnapping operation. At his father's funeral, Stephen, in his sadness and anger, was gifted with a strange new ability. Suddenly, he was able to hear the songs of the souls around him. As 10 years passed, Stephen worked hard to develop and refine his power, strengthening his body and stopping other human traffickers along the way as Atlanta's shadowed superhero Dizchord. Now, the past comes back to haunt him as his father's killer, the marksman, returns to Atlanta with themes of grief and loss, duty and honor, and love and sacrifice. Dizchord is an original comic set in contemporary Atlanta that tackles issues surrounding family, human trafficking, and growing up from award-winning genre-hopping author C.S. Johnson. I cannot talk about this comic book enough about how good it is. Like Comic Studio did the cover as well as the artwork on the inside. It's fantastic. It looks like a classic sort of 90s comic book with the way they did the art style. It's phenomenal. I love it. So here is Dizchord up in the top right corner. And let me tell you something. A lot of creators like myself, content creators here on social media, we complain about how corporate overlords are ruining our favorite franchises. So Disney, how they've ruined Marvel, or how Warner Brothers is ruining Batman, or how Netflix is ruining Cowboy Bebop. But there are creators out there like C.S. Johnson pushing out original content. You can purchase this on her Ko-Fi, which I will link in the pinned comment. Definitely head over there and check out some of her other works. She's got a new website in development where you'll be able to purchase not just her comic, but others. Also, there's a variant cover that is done that is really cool. Also, I can say that without a doubt, it's going to be awesome. By the way, if you're like, oh, I don't like comic books for kids. Okay, first of all, read Daredevil Born Again, and then read this. But if you're just seriously not into comic books, she is producing a light novel version of this comic, so you'll be able to get it more in a traditional book format. So definitely head over to her Ko-Fi, and like I said, I'll put the link in the description. You're not going to want to miss it. We're winning. We're winning. Disney has produced flop after flop. Godzilla smashed the box office and blew away all competitors of live action films. And I think that we're going to hopefully have a turning point in the culture war as long as we continue to create a parallel economy and a parallel sort of artisan block of creators who do not cave to pressure from social media mobs like my good friend C.S. Johnson. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you'll give it a thumbs up, that you'll leave me a comment and tell me what you think, that you'll share it out with your friends, and of course, consider subscribing to Studio Jake. I cover all kinds of nerd and pop culture topics, including film, television, anime, comic books, and so much more. I hope that you'll also head over to my main website, StudioJakeMedia.com, where I have even more news, views, and commentary. Also, if you'd like to support the channel, head over to my locals page. That's studiojakemedia.locals.com. It's the best way to support me. I'm trying to build a little community there. I have exclusive reviews and articles, so definitely head over there and check it out. And I'll see you next time right here on Studio Jake.